Hi Capricorn. So I'm redoing your reading. Okay, there was nothing wrong with your other reading. In fact, I quite liked it. You had the King of Cups in your relationship house. Very, very nice energy. But I think there was a feeling of an awful lot of frustration. Eight of Swords. And I had a reflection, and I think I know why. Because your ruler is retrograde, okay? Actually it's not your ruler, because you're ruled by whatever your ascendant sign is. That's actually your ruler. But there's a feeling, because Saturn's retrograde, Saturn obviously represents time, the work situation, and quite a few of my clients have emailed me this week that they're all feeling quite stuck. So I thought I'd redo your reading because of that, okay? And some of the comments, you know who you are, that explained that things feel really stuck. So I thought I'd redo your reading with that knowledge. Saturn moves retrograde mid-September. Jupiter starts moving, Saturn goes forward mid-September, Jupiter goes forward next week. So I'm hoping you're not going to have to struggle with the energies of delay for the next month. But I did have a feeling like that in your reading, and that's how, yeah, you got the same card, though. You got the soulmates card. There was a really, really nice relationship energy, which is still showing up. And I always thought, oh, that's the way to go here. But let me do your reading again, knowing that if any frustration showing up, the reason why now, okay? And it might not be, anyhow, sorry, just let me do the cards and I can redo it now, knowing what's going on for you and the sense of being restricted, knowing where your Saturn is by house and by sign is very, very helpful to know where those delays are, okay? But for a lot of people, it's going to be around the work function where everything feels slow and a little bit frustrated, okay? So give me 6 cards. Very, very helpful to know your astrology, by the way. Even little parts of it are really helpful when you're dealing with why something's not moving as fast as it should do. So we know you've got the soulmates card. So what else is going on? 9 of Cups, beautiful. The Lover's card is the gift. Yeah, okay. The challenge, 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you, it's definitely the work function that seems a little bit stuck here. But let me carry on. Actually, the 2 of Wands is showing up in your relationships, but the Lovers is the gift. These are basically fundamentally the same card because they can represent, I mean, the Lovers is very, very strong chemistry with someone, but it's also called the Choices card, a feeling of indecision, not knowing what's coming next, okay? The World card is underneath the Lovers card. That's a completion card, which is very odd why the World's going towards the 2 of Wands, because that World card knows exactly what it wants. Look at her body language, Capricorn. This is other people's energy, that's why. So other people might be coming across in a very indecisive, I don't like the word wishy-washy, but you know, not sure what's going on, not sure what I want. It's a bit of an illusion, guys. They've already got the Ace of Wands in their hands. They know what they want, but maybe struggling with indecision, okay? Outcome is a Chariot. So why is the 6 of Pentacles a challenge? 6 of Pentacles can be about going for interviews. It's the flow of finances, okay? So for some of you that's a challenge, but the 6 of Pentacles is also a card of being straightforward in your dealings. So it's a very strong relationship card too. Represents mutuality and reciprocity. Actually one of my favorite relationship cards. I cannot stand people who are not straightforward. I've got Capricorn ascendant, by the way. I just cannot deal with their energies. So for some of you, that is sort of coming through, but it's other people, it's not you. Be true to who you are, because the World card is showing up, and the World card rules Saturn, okay? Because it's about mastery. So tell me why the Six of Pentacles is a challenge. Okay, you've got two cards. Ten of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles showed up. Leo got this, by the way, which is very interesting. Exactly the same position. And I've done Leo's reading. I've done quite a lot of private readings since then. The Ten of Wands is feeling oppressed. The joy, feeling stuck, feeling that that you're carrying this load. This load can be anything, okay? It can be financial, feeling that you're stuck in this hamster wheel, but it can also be quite psychological, feeling oppressed, feeling stuck. You know what I mean, Capricorn? All those wonderful, joyful energies. With the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Discs, I think for some of you, this is definitely energy around your finances, okay? Absolutely, no doubt about it, okay? And it might not always be about lack. For some of you, it might be. It might just be feeling, oh, nothing's moving. That feeling of a Ten of Wands. A Ten of Wands is a completion cycle. But if you look clearly at the card, he ain't quite there yet. He's still carrying the wands, but he's nearly completed it, and the outcome is a Chariot. So hopefully things are going to start moving forward. Jupiter going forward will bring some relief. Until Saturn goes forward, you won't really get to fully, which is mid-September, okay? But the Nine of Cups and the Lovers is very beautiful. Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card. Very self-satisfied card. There is nothing wrong in this world with being self-satisfied, okay? When it gets hideous, then that's a shadow side of the Nine of Cups. But this is about being quite happy with yourself, and because the Lovers is right next to it, I cannot help feeling this is about some sort of chemistry, some sort of connection, okay? That Two of Wands is other people's energy. Might be a little bit of a pain. And I wonder if that's why this is showing up for you as a challenge. The Two of Wands is an energy of indecision, okay? Behind it is actually, when you get down to grassroots, it's not, because they've got the Ace in their hand, okay? But they've got to that point in the journey where they're being called to bring forward fire, confidence, self-belief, and maybe they're having a little bit of a wobbly. This is a strange reading, sorry. I'm in a very strange mood. What's the Two of Wands about? Why are other people all showing up to a onesie for Capricorn? Okay, the Death card. So they might be going through some sort of change by the looks of it. The Death card isn't, oh, obviously it's not about physical death, okay? I would need about 3 other cards, 4, and I have never once has a physical death shown up in my readings, because I'm just not that sort of tarot reader. But the Death card, the people you're dealing with might be going through some sort of huge change process. And change process sounds very, very easy when you're saying it. But when we're going through change, there's always a little bit of a inner withdrawal of your energy, okay? That's how the caterpillar changes, by the way. It just doesn't change. It goes through a complete mutation of its energy. So they might be a little bit withdrawn. and a little bit not clear. What we feed grows. I would not feed this by worry. I wouldn't even give any energy to it. I give my energy to the World card. World card is a major achievement card. Again, it's one whole cycle has ended, and it's with the Ace of Cups. What Capricorn is going on here? That's a very, very, very beautiful reading. And the challenge, really, I can't help feeling that's feeling oppressed because of financial situations, okay? Just because the world that we live in. But it might be, again, because this weight of the past, still feeling quite oppressed. Sometimes the Ten of Wands hasn't completed a cycle yet. So you're dealing with someone who's in a little bit of a, there's a need for them to go through some sort of change process. So when we're talking about Pluto and the Death card, we're talking about almost a form of psychological purging, getting rid of the past, shredding the old identity. And I know that because that's the work that I do in my one-to-one work, okay? I really wouldn't worry about this, Capricorn, whatever you've got going on, because I like it. I'll swap you. Actually, this might be for me as well. The outcome is a Chariot. Woo! Off you go. What's the Chariot with? Give me a... Oh, there you go. Full steam ahead. Knight of Swords with the Chariot. So the Chariot is a vehicle that propels change. Major Arcana, which means it's change that's in your line. It's that destiny line, okay? And it's with the Knight of Swords. Absolutely. There's two cards that bring rapid change. Sometimes we can have the most amazing tarot readings, but there's certain cards that are definitely yes, and there's certain cards that bring rapid change. It's a Tower and a Knight of Swords, especially when they come together, okay? The Knight of Swords with the Chariot ain't bad at all. For some sort of news that's going to bring some change. There's definitely a challenge around... The Ten of Wands is a challenge, could be also about physical health. Yeah? Quite often it represents... You're still carrying something from the past that's stopping the flow in the present, yeah? Most of us do, by the way. It's only really the Fool energy that carries no past. And even though we're all heading there, we're definitely not there, including me, by the way. Give me one more card about the challenge. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Something's not completed itself yet. Tell me more about the Death and the Two of Wands for how other people are showing up for Capricorn. Wouldn't it be nice if it's the people in your life are going through some sort of very radical change, okay? One more card to clarify what's going on for this energy. I'm glad I redid your reading, by the way. I felt it, and then when I looked at the astrology, I thought, yeah, come on, redo it, get more clarity. Wow. Okay. Now, if someone's been ill, if someone's been in a dark night, a grief process, whatever, what brings great change is the Knight of Swords and the Tower. I've been a tarot reader for a very, very long time. The Star card is what brings healing to a situation. It's grace, because grace is what changes everything. Yeah, is what brings all healing. So we're not in charge of it. We sometimes have to go to the Death card in order to move forward to this transparency, this state of openness, this state of healing, which is other people's energy. which makes sense. That Ten of Wands is beginning to come to an end. Boy, any other messages for Capricorn? I'm really glad I redid your reading, by the way, now. Anything else? Capricorn, yeah, Treasure Island. Ace of Cups is definitely Treasure Island. It's just, I call it adorable karma, because in the sort of philosophy of esoteric, there's not any really good and bad karma because life's too complex, but there's adorable karma. And it's this energy that comes into our lives and gives us a bit of a break, gives us that door, that happiness that really begins to change our destiny. And I hope everyone watching gets this Ace of Cups. Actually, I'm so glad I redid it. Amazing reading, guys. Don't give up with that Ten of Wands. You're not the only person to pull it as a challenge. Because when planets are retrograde, we don't get to move forward. Because its purpose is to reflect on our lives, on what we want. So by the end of it, we're like, oh my God, when is this energy going to begin to lift? There might be that going on for you guys. Deep breath, left hand on heart. My soul knows the way. Everything is already predestined, by the way. What we are in charge of is, as much as possible, how we turn up for life. Okay? Loads of love, guys. Bye.